Everything that's available to do isn't a good idea. There's a culture right now that as soon as I say, hey, you get to do that, I'm going to do it. There's no sort of like, maybe that's not just the constant, nobody takes in life unless it comes through this. Yes. Like whenever I see a televised event that's a huge, like the Olympics opening ceremony or in Times Square at midnight on New Year's Eve, everybody, they see seas of people all looking at it through their phone. Yeah. Like there's explosions and acrobats, but they're looking at it through a little 3-inch screen.
Pretty much anywhere you look, you see someone on a smartphone. On the bus, at dinner, even just hanging out. To me, I wasn't sure that's a good thing. I couldn't help but wonder about the effects of these things we look at all day, and if maybe they're not as positive as we think. I wonder if maybe the temptation to look at our phone is causing us to miss something that's more important.
All of the world's information, you know, is at your fingertips instantaneously, and you know, they would just, it's like science fiction. It's unbelievable, and now it's science fact, and humans are just running with it.
Of all the things you can do on a smartphone, there's certainly some that might not be worth doing. I felt like there's an opportunity cost of time and thought, and that maybe people are wasting their time being distracted by their phone.
Because of how like ubiquitous technology and smartphones have become, is people, just the distraction for sure, right? People, you know, just walking around, not looking where they're going, but not thinking about where they're going either.
You think it's detrimental?
Is it detrimental? I mean, if you get hit by a car because you're looking at your phone, right, that's bad. If you're just sitting on a bench looking at your phone instead of just enjoying nature, some people could say that's bad. If you added up all the time and you were like 95 years old and, you know, wished you had been enjoying nature that time, it could be bad. But it's hard. It's hard to compare the productivity of any certain, you know, using your phone versus not using your phone. It's more of a personal thing.
Good. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, you need to build an ability to just be yourself and not be doing something. That's what the phones are taking away. Yes. Is the ability to just sit there, like this. That's being a person, right? Yes. No one can, you gotta check, because
I think a lot of people have trouble just sitting alone there with their thoughts. It's crazy to me that we're so uncomfortable with ourselves, as if the availability of so much stimulation has made us discontent with our own ideas.
I mean, the potential is there for it to be intrusive, to take over, and to diminish your functionality in ways that you might be better off functioning, like actually talking to people as opposed to texting them or something like that. On the other hand, I mean, the connectivity, the ability to organize things quickly, to get people all in the same room for a gig or a concert or a party, you know, that wasn't as easy before, so that's all positives. You know, if you put a frame around the idea of something, in this case a cell phone, preoccupying you so you don't engage as you otherwise would, and you're leaving things out and you're missing things, then that's something to watch out for.
Pretty much everyone agreed that while smartphones can cause us to miss out on the moment, they also provide us a form of connection. The technology itself isn't inherently bad. You just have to be careful how you use it. So it's really just one more thing, like TV, or like junk food. But I guess it's not like illegal like most drugs, you know, it's literally at your fingertips 24/7. And I guess I feel like that's what's dangerous about it.
Yeah. I guess the only sort of restraint that's ever going to be placed on, in general, it's mostly going to have to be like a applied thing, more like, telling yourself that, I'm only going to use my phone for X amount of time, or I only use it between classes and never during class unless I really need to look up something related to the class, or, it's all going to be self-imposed. Humans always have a tendency to take a good thing and use it too much.
I mean, I guess I want to be the dog wagging the tail rather than being a dog being wagged by the tail. It requires some discipline.
It's scary to think that if you're not careful, it might be your phone that uses you instead of the other way around. At a certain point, it becomes less of a connection to others and more of an interruption of personal experience. Without some discipline, you might end up missing some things. Little things you would have caught if you'd been looking, like a gesture someone had intended for you, or maybe just a detail that you had missed. Maybe it's something big, something that could affect someone. Ultimately, it's our choice how big of a role phones will play in our lives. Personally, I think I'll keep my distance.